Thank y'all everybody for tuning in to another episode of the Owner's Manual. We appreciate y'all, and we got a very special guest today. You might recognize him popping out. Got some fire-ass fucking music, fire-ass fucking weed, artist, entrepreneur, cannabis connoisseur, Willy Peso. How you doing today?
I'm good, bro. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. You know, it's Monday today. I heard you just got back. Where's you at?
I did a quick turnaround. We went to a private event that they had in ATL, Battle of the Buds, that was presented by the Smoke Battle. They did a quick event where they made growers and vendors and brands from ATL and New York compete.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
Damn, so they said, you gotta have somebody who know what they're talking about. Let's get Willy J from D.
Yeah, they invited a couple judges down there to test the cannabis that they had and check out the brands, and we had a good time.
So was the panel nationwide, or was it just like from?
It was just a mixture of cannabis enthusiasts from across the country.
Got you.
Yeah.
So like, taking it back to the basics, you know, how did you get into cannabis?
Well, to get into the cannabis space would just come from my love of cannabis, smoking while making music. We started off in the studio using weed for recreation, and then 2008, we voted for medical cannabis here in the state of Michigan. So by 2013, I had started working in the cannabis industry.
Hell yeah. I liked how you referenced that we voted on it in 2000. It had that timeline, lets me know that you was hip.
Yeah.
We're gonna definitely get into that. And but you was in the studio, and one thing I definitely listened to was that new Giraffe print.
Thank you.
That bitch is hard.
Thank you.
The whole thing is clean. And like, as a fellow cannabis connoisseur, is like, I felt like, all right, you make music for people like that identify with you.
Absolutely.
And like, what was kind of the feedback you got from that album, since it came out?
Great feedback. A lot of songs have been getting a lot of good reception. I put that project out as a, kind of like an owner's manual, just so people can use some of the lyrics to help them start their brand or grow their business that they have to, jump into entrepreneurship. That's what the Giraffe print kind of stood for. Like, I've been pushing my Giraffe brand, and I wanted to give people like a blueprint. This is what I've been doing. I own this. I'm getting out here. I'm consistent. I travel. I network, and I stay consistent with just growing everything that we got going on. Whether it's cannabis, whether it's music, whether it's merchandise, just stay consistent and keep growing, and put it out there.
Yeah. So on one of the first tracks, I think it was like towards the end, like the first two tracks, you was like, it feels good to have the best smoke on the menu, and I know it feel good to really say that and then stand behind it. But when you was coming up, what was the best smoke on the menu? Like, what was you smoking coming up?
Oh man, when I first started, we was smoking mids, we was smoking Gans, we was smoking Reggie, but I always knew back in the day, I wouldn't even say today, but Cali had the best weed. The Kushes that was coming in from California, the cookies in the early 2000s that we was getting, that was like some of the best weed. I've traveled all over the country, and I gotta say, I ain't found some of the best weed in Northern California. Bay Area has some of the best flavors. California in general, all the way up to, Oregon and Seattle, Washington. I found some real good weed on the West Coast. But today, I will say that with the genetics that has came from the West Coast to Michigan, I found some of the best weed grown right here in Michigan.
Right here, you don't feel like you don't even gotta go nowhere.
Never. No, not today. Not today. I know I can go get me some real good weed right around the corner.
You think it's gonna be to that point to where like people know on a national scale, like if you want to go somewhere, you can go to Michigan and get some quality weed?
Absolutely. We at that point now. People travel from all across the country to come to Michigan to go to different dispensaries that's rec, that allow 21 and up purchases. From all over the world to come get weed right here in Michigan. That's grown here in Michigan.
Let me see here. Now, like you said in the album, you know, people who used to have hate for you, you don't got hate for them. Coming up, did you experience?
Absolutely. I feel life is life. You gonna always run into some adversity. You know, have your trials and tribulations. Of course, there were individuals that didn't want me to have certain levels of success, or just didn't believe in the vision that I had back then. You know, I think I'm successful. I think that things that I took a leap of faith on have worked out for me. And you get people who just were like naysayers. You know, that's just a form of hate. It ain't always direct either. You know, you get people who just don't support you that come back around when things are on the up and up that want to jump on the team, you know, bandwagon. And I don't got no hate for none of them, you know. I'm one that can forgive.
So basically, the people that turn around, you make them stand on that, or you be like, all right, it's all.
Yeah, they got to stand on it. They definitely got to stand on it for sure, but I don't got the same feeling towards them that they had towards me.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't hate you. I got love for them. But distant love.
It's like I don't got hate. I probably don't got love. You can stay over there though, like, cause we moving over here.
Yeah, I just want the best for everybody. For them to do it without my input, you know what I'm saying, or me being engaged. I want good for them. You know, we ain't got the same vision. May you be blessed.
That's the thing. It's like, cause it's like, you know how much weed is intertwined in like the hip hop culture and like vice versa. I'd be like, man, if y'all just sit the fuck down and like smoke some weed, like, do you feel like just even in cannabis, just like beef is just different compared to like the traditional sense of like hip hop that we all know, like just rugged at your neck? Because I feel like there's like a sense of camaraderie like in cannabis. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, you know, with everybody smoke weed. You know, your op smoke weed. You know, it don't matter your creed, your age, your gender. If you need cannabis for a reason, you gonna go get high. Normally, when you know, come down from that high, that's when the bullshit come back around. You know, but we can't stay at that state forever. You just got to be able to get to a place where you can cope and use what you got to get what you want and the resources that we have on the table. And you know, if people smoke more weed, would they get more things done? Would we have more peace? I would like to think so.
Right. That's where I know there's one nigga from Indiana. He damn near the fucking dare dog. Every time you see a nigga angry, it's the motherfucking perks.
Oh, that's what he say?
It's the motherfucking perks.
Hey,
Tell me get out them yerks. And I'm like, they off a bunch of shit. Like,
it's a lot of things that can contribute to one's hate, anger, sadness. You know, a lot of it comes from just the environment that we be in.
I just know I'm not even like a real angry person like that. I do be getting in my feelings when I be drinking vodka. I don't drink vodka.
Alcohol.
Exactly. So it's like
the spirits.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Different spirits, man.
But I know, you know, what ground myself. So I'd be like, you know, just the weed and, you know, a little bit of fun.
It's like one thing I'm kind of trying to live by is if it ain't natural, it ain't for me.
For real. I feel that. You be fuck with shrooms?
Of course. Definitely. Psychedelic freestyle, we definitely wrote that on shrooms. I think shrooms and moderations are great.
I can't wait for them to like basically make it medicinal and already decriminalize it in Ferndale. I'm just like,
yeah. I believe a lot more education is needed for shrooms.
For sure.
And psychedelics. For so long, we've just heard bad stigmas and propaganda that's been spread along about what mushrooms stand for, LSD, acid, all that. Instead of learning how, like you say, for medicinal use, how it can be beneficial to our body.
Right. Because how do you respond if somebody were to say that cannabis was a gateway drug?
I would say that they are basically reusing propaganda that was put out by a certain party to spread fear. as a cannabis user, I can't say that I want to seek using other things because I'm using cannabis. I don't believe those go hand in hand.
I always tell people, like, when I hear that shit, I'm like, so, I always ask, like, you like spicy food?
Yeah,
Have you tried jalapenos?
yeah.
Have you tried anything hotter than jalapenos?
Right.
You probably have. But when you try something that's too hot,
Stop. Normally.
but you don't blame jalapenos though.
Yeah.
You don't blame
be like,
jalapenos.
I ate this because of jalapenos.
Right,
It's
exactly.
so hot.
Right, so it's like it's not a gateway. Jalapeno ate a gateway because spice is literally just pain,
Yeah.
and I fucking love it.
Yeah.
Like I love me.
Yeah, I'm a spicy food kind of guy
Yeah.
sometimes.
So I be like, you can't come with that.
Yeah. I mean, we also talking about close to 50 to 60 years of negative propaganda being passed along and being preached and being, administered into the community. They did a lot of things to take the benefit of cannabis away from the user. Lack of knowledge is always gonna be like one of the biggest reasons for poor stereotype.
Because the crazy thing is coming up, I grew up in I went to a white school in a white neighborhood. And the craziest thing for me was I was selling my friends weed, and I was like, man, y'all not even my biggest potential customers, it's y'all fucking parents. Growing up and realizing how many people found the benefits of it and they used it, but they had to tell people to nah, wait, because it's just, you know what I'm saying? What else you gonna tell a kid?
Well, you should tell a kid to wait to use something that they don't know how to properly understand. Cannabis comes along with certain emotions. It makes you think about certain things at a higher frequency, in my opinion. When you experience cannabis in a proper setting, given to you by somebody that actually knows what type of cannabis they're giving you, it can be extremely beneficial. But I won't lie and say that if you smoke the wrong type of cannabis in the wrong environment that was given to you from the wrong person that didn't know what they was actually giving you, you're going to have a bad experience.
Hell yeah.
I am a weed snob. I don't smoke everybody weed. I think we need to continue to educate ourselves and just look for better sources.
Normalize rolling your own joints. That's
Absolutely.
what I'm gonna say.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm gonna say. It don't gotta be joints, just rolling your own anything.
Just know what you put in your body.
Stuff in it comes, we don't care, just the knowledge is half the power, and if you know how to do it yourself, you don't gotta rely on nobody, and that's low key.
And that's on everything. The cannabis is no different from the food. We need to know what we put in our body, because what we put inside affects how we react. It affects the outcome.
Hell yeah. Now, how far away from you? How about? How far away was you when you wrote Long Way from 7 Mile?
We were far as fuck from 7 Mile. I was on tour with Devin the Dude, and we had a stop in California. My producer, Jupiter, was staying in this house in Calabasas, California. So we was recording in Suge Knight's old house.
Oh, word?
Yeah, and that's when we wrote Long Way from 7 Mile, me and Baby Ablo. Yeah, so we were pretty far.
The Suge Knights, was that bitch furnished or what?
It wasn't laid out like Suge was still living
Right.
But, it had certain things that you could tell he had lived there once before.
Was the spirit of Suge?
Oh, yeah, you could definitely feel the spirit. And we was on shrooms.
Hey.
So, of course, you could feel the spirit.
I probably just would have been violent just being in that bitch.
Man, see that? I don't believe Suge was always violent, man. I don't believe Suge was always violent, Even though there were some bad times, there were some good things that came out of them years of death row with Suge at the top seat.
So you think Suge had a side the media pushed, and then there was Suge?
Absolutely. I think that's with every person. Media is normally controlled by a said group with a certain agenda. So at the end of the day, if Suge wasn't in the situation he was in, I'm pretty sure we would have a different story.
Yeah. No key though. I mean, so like, is there the media's version of Willy and Willy?
Yeah, there is. I think because I work so much with cannabis, it gets put at the forefront, even though I'm a musician, artist first. So it's like I'm a weed rapper. Really, I'm a rapper that loves weed. So of course, you know, we just do a good job of owning our IPs,
Right.
owning, you know, our narrative, and we put the story out there that needs to be told.
Yeah, I respect that too, because I feel like it is important to let people know. It's like, I'm not a weed rapper. I'm an artist that just happens to smoke a lot of weed.
I not just smoke. I mean, I'm in the business of. I'm in the industry. With voting in 2008, I was just coming out of high school, so I was hearing of an opportunity to get into a new billion-dollar industry. I was old enough to remember the housing bubble and the crash in 2007, 2008 of the economy. So it's like cannabis not only is a great thing for my body, it's a great thing for my pockets and my business. People use cannabis. It's one thing that is gonna be consumed every day. It's probably gonna get purchased every day. It doesn't matter if you're black, it doesn't matter if you're white. You don't gotta be a man, you ain't gotta be a woman. You just smoke weed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So everybody use it. I just want to be associated with things that everybody needs. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no restrictions on who I can be around. You get what I'm saying? And just where my brand can be.
That's the thing. I mean, just being in weed, you just see how well it just brings people together. You know what I'm saying? Like I was in EL tailgating. You know what I'm saying? And if you know me, I'm gonna smoke more than I drink, and I was just chilling, and like people just coming up, oh bro, like, you know, smoke green, blow white, ooh, but I'm just like, I appreciate the love, you know, and like me personally, I'm like, get the fuck away from me, like I don't even
understand,
like this shit,
but
like
it's an opportunity.
That's right, but like that's it's the power of the flower, you know what I'm saying?
It's the
I'm just
power
saying,
of
like
the
I'm just like I just turned into an introvert after so much cannabis consumption. You know
I
what
understand.
I'm saying? But
You
like,
want to be in your zone. You want to get to your space.
but that's also my sense of confidence, though. Like I'm that type of person. Like I'm used to that moment. Like, and that's when I rock out. But so when you be out in Cali, do people ask you like the difference between 8 Mile and 7 Mile?
Not so much the difference. They just, you know, ask what side you from, east side, west side. You know, you get a lot more east side, west side. You from 7 Mile, you from 8 Mile. You know, you get that. But east side, west side, everybody want to know if you from the east side or the west side of Detroit.
Got you. Yeah. When you was making the Giraffe print, like when you was in the studio, did you always envision having a song like Ownership is Key as the last song? That's like a pretty powerful song, you know what I'm saying? Like it got like in a sense of like how much game it got on it. Yeah. Like it got, you know, a lot of game.
So me and Iceman Beats was working on this project all over the summer. And really, we was working on it since 2022. And I got that record, and it was kind of like it was either gonna go first or it was gonna go last. 'Cause it was just like when I finished it, I was like, I loved it. But I know it's gonna mean something for people who really listen to it. Like, oh, okay, I get it, you know, because that's what it did for me. Like, every time I put that song on, I kind of get like refocused. Like, all right, yeah, we gotta get to work. We gotta build some more onto our brand. We gotta lock in on our brand. We gotta elevate, and we gotta evolve what we doing and scale this business up, because we own it, and that's what we work for, to be able to own our own entities, and be our own bosses.
I definitely, like, when I was going through it, like from A to Z, I could like put myself in your shoes, like mentally, like, all right, but if I had a song like this, it would either be first, second, or last.
Yeah, I didn't want him to go second. I feel like the vibe of how I was. I also like have had a lot of traumatic things that go along with business. You know, in business, sometimes you got to pivot because your first plan doesn't work but you got to use plan B, plan C, plan Z, you know, and just never have a no, because there's always a solution to every problem. You just got to be willing and crazy enough to fight for the solution instead of, you know, giving in to the problem.
Being, you know, an artist, a consumer, a connoisseur, and also having a stake in this industry, can you tell me about the origins of the Heavyweight Heads partnerships and what elements led into that?
Yeah, so in my music career, I had started getting to the point where I was doing a lot of shows at High Time Magazine Cannabis Cups in Michigan, across the country. They had some in California. And I met Heavyweight Heads because they were an award-winning cultivator. They had won a couple High Time Cannabis Cups awards. They came to me, and they were, you know, impressed with my merchandise that I had at the time from Stone Like Willy. And we got together, and it was like, hey, let's do a collaboration through merchandise, and let's get you a deal with some cannabis so you can have your own cannabis strain. So I got to do a pheno hunt, and I picked the Giraffe head. We sat down after smoking tons of weed, you know, for a couple of months, and I was like, this is the one. Yeah.
So, like, for the people that are only, like, on a certain side of the bud, can you describe what pheno hunting is and, like, and what that took in the journey?
So pheno hunting starts where you get a cultivator, a grower. They're gonna get a bunch of seeds. They're gonna grow those seeds. And out of those first couple of plants, you're gonna test them to see their strengths. And many of them won't have what you're looking for. So you probably just crush them, but you're gonna find them few that are either very pungent and smell, have a particular taste, look, quality, yield. You know, some of the best smoking weeds produce low yielding plants. So some growers that are in it for profit, they might throw those away. Well, we were able to find something that had everything we need, and this Giraffe head came to life.
So, like, I gotta ask, like, cause I always thought it was from the saying, higher than giraffe pussy. Cause that's what I would always say. And I would say, bro, I'm higher than giraffe pussy.
Well,
And then
the giraffe head is the highest point of the giraffe. Where would you find the pussy?
I'm just a freak ass nigga.
I know, but I'm saying we want to get higher than that.
Right.
So it was just the fact that at the time I was Stone Like Willy, a giraffe, not only that saying, everybody's heard that saying, but it's kind of like my spirit animal, you know? So when I was growing and cultivating my brand, I wanted my mascot to be something that everybody would love. Who don't like a giraffe? It's from the motherland, it's from Africa. It's around all of the other animals in the kingdom. It can still defend itself, it ain't no hoe. So why not? And it was always next to what? Trees, just like me. So that's where you get the giraffe with the locks. That's from my spirit animal. That's from my video game. That's the character I used in my video game on Xbox. So, you know, we just been pushing that. And that's where you get the giraffe head.
I got I had a friend who would always ask question of the day. And one of the questions he asked, if I had the opportunity to hide a giraffe, where would I hide it? And I gotta ask you that.
If I had an opportunity to hide a giraffe, where would I hide it? In an airplane hangar. That would be where I put it. Yeah. I buy an airplane hangar. So I had planes and I had giraffes.
I said like a barn or something like that.
Yeah,
That wasn't really.
that's cool, you know. But, you know, we want to get on the plane, get off the plane, look at my big ass giraffe. Look at that giraffe right over there. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a hockey arena. Put some giraffes on ice. Yeah.
Some fresh frozen.
Fresh frozen, you know what I'm saying? That way we can smoke in there too, and the smoke just goes up in the air.
That's funny as hell. Describe the Michigan cannabis industry in 3 words.
3 words to describe the Michigan cannabis industry. I would say first word, dedicated. There's a lot of people that's in this industry that loves it and been pushing this cannabis culture before there was even a caregiver market. So dedicated, I would say the second word would be it kind of what I want to say. They invent things that other places haven't invented yet. When it comes innovative, yeah, they're innovative for sure. Just how we come up with different ways to stay relevant. So yeah, I say dedicated, innovative, and the third word for this industry, what's the word? Growing. Because it's number of new stores every week. It's a number of new growers every week. There's a number of new consumers every week. New goals are being set in state sales, so we're growing. I think it's growing in a positive direction as well. Yeah.
Now, describe the Detroit rap scene in 3 words.
I would use the same 3 words because I think they are very similar. The rap industry here in Detroit is like the cannabis industry. It's growing, it's innovative, it's new, and it's dedicated. It's not something that happened overnight. You know, people have been pushing this Detroit music sound for many, many years before you had this many new artists that are signed to major record labels. Detroit music, Motown started in Detroit, so it's been a Detroit music sound, just that the rap is really taking off right now.
Taking off. And like we don't need the industry norms either to like pop off. Like it's just pure like talent and like individualism, I feel like, because it's I mean I feel like I'm biased because I'm just like so close to it, but like I definitely see it as like a melting pot as any other.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of different type of artists that are shining right now.
Yeah.
It's a lot of different avenues for people from Detroit and Michigan to make money.
Mm-hmm.
I think you can go in every industry and find a thriving person, a part of that team that has some type of ties or origin from Michigan or Detroit. Yeah. On every team across the world.
You got second place for the High Times medical indica flower, and like going back, you said like 2008, you was just coming out of high school when you saw that we voted for medical ordinance. Like, can you talk more about that?
Yeah, so 2008, I voted for weed to be medical in the state of Michigan. Same time I voted for Obama. I was 18. So 5 years after that, I decided to start working in the medical cannabis industry. Started as a bud tender, worked at a couple different dispensaries. I was already doing my music, and my music was already targeted to, you know, people who used or grew weed. That was already my like niche market because I consumed it so much at the time. That's just what I love to talk about, my life. Fast forward from there, that's when I met Heavyweight Heads after working in the industry already, being a part of High Times Cannabis Cup. And then 2023, I won my first High Times Award. Yeah, so 10 years from starting as a bud tender to now having my own strand, and now I'm a award-winning second place best indica on the medical market. It's for, you know, so it has medicinal benefits, and we still coming for the recreational award too, because I think it helps on both sides.
What, like, What pieces of advice would you give to Willie J. Peso, the bartender, if you could?
Save every paycheck and go buy a dispensary or buy a grow. Save every dime and buy 12 houses in 2009.
Right?
Like, that's what I would say. Buy property, whether it's residential and commercial. Buy property in the state of Michigan and hold it. Hold it. You only gotta hold it for less than 10 years. Then you'll, see the benefits of sticking to the script and just betting on yourself. Like, I think so many people that left probably sick right now that they sold their house 10 years ago in Detroit that they could have just held on to. All they had to do was just keep up maintenance on it. Ooh, they sick right now. But it's okay. We still here. You can come buy this expensive stuff we have waiting for you. And you can also help grow and bring the city and state back to where it belongs.
It's so crazy because I definitely wish I was for sure like grandfathered into a dispensary in like a poppin' location that's not too watered down, you know what I'm saying? But like I see people that's like my age trying to get in, and I always say like honestly like
it's still room to get in.
There's still room to get in.
As long as you are innovative and come with some new ideas, there's great opportunity waiting. We are still in the infancy stage of the cannabis community in the state of Michigan. Like, we ain't even seen the bubble yet. Like, I know things have went up and some things have went down, but it's still a whole lot of opportunity to grow. There's still a whole lot of cities that haven't opted in. There's a whole lot of new buildings being built, new opportunities for jobs to be made. Like, it's still opportunities for them to regulate better on what we got going on here in cannabis. So it's still something to be proud of.
appreciate the words of optimism because I needed it. I needed it for sure.
You gotta love this though.
Hey, you really do. I love this, and I love making my brand money.
What else was I supposed to say?
That was
I agree.
this.
It's a good thing to love, and
Yeah.
you gotta find a purpose to go along with what it is that we're doing. And cannabis became my purpose because I know it helps people. I know it gives opportunities for new jobs, and I know it benefits, like you said, the businesses that I have.
Yeah. Back on music tip, like, who are your like favorite producers to work with locally, and are there any like up and comers that we should look out for?
Yeah, Iceman Beats is who I'm working with on the Giraffe print. The Realest Sounds, that's also a group of producers I love working with. I did a lot of work with Jerry Parker in the recent years as well. And then, some up-and-comers, MD Ways, called a couple art producers out of Cleveland that I fuck with that's dope. Jupiter, that's a real dope producer here in Detroit that has done a lot of national work across the country with a lot of big-name artists. It's a lot of up-and-coming producers out there that I rock with.
That's cool. Cause I'm working on an album trying to drop in 2024. These beats. But one line. you said came a long way from sending like resumes on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
When was the last time you sent a resume on LinkedIn?
Shit, it's almost been like close to 10 years. Going on 10 years, like for sure. I've been fully on the Stone Like Willy business. Willy J. Peso for like the last 10, It was a time where I tried to do a 9 to 5. It just didn't work for me. I don't knock nobody that has a 9 to 5 hustle, however you need to hustle. As long as it's benefiting you and your family and it's keeping you out of jail and 6 feet under,
right.
Do that shit. I don't care what it is. Be great at what you got to be great at to get that paper.
I'm gonna say like 90% of us that for show money is a 9 to 5, and don't fuck up that for show money.
Yeah, don't fuck up the for show money, man. But don't be afraid to bet on yourself. That's what I had to learn, that when I invested into my own craft, invested into my own businesses and my own ideals, I got more out of it than waking up and going to work for somebody else's ideal.
Yeah.
The hustle is the way to go for me.
Right. Now, top 3 stoner movies.
Half Baked, How High, what would be my third? Pineapple Express.
What's the best meal of the day?
Best meal of the day is that meal that you have after you done put some work in and you done work for it. Yeah, that's the best meal. And that could be whenever you decide to have that, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, but put some work in first, then eat.
Niggas who don't work don't eat.
Don't work, don't eat. But you're gonna do, that's the beautiful thing about life. You can do whatever you want to. It's yours.
But around you though.
My philosophy is don't work, you don't eat. Now if you're a kid and you're being taken care of, that's a different story. Or a woman that's being taken care of, you know, a dependent, we should say, because we got some niggas out here that's being taken care of. So it's different. If you're a dependent, that's different. But if you are head of household, stand up, put your boots on, and capable, you don't work, you don't eat.
I was gonna say dinner. For me, that's dinner.
Yeah, dinner. Yeah, for sure.
I think I'd be stressed the fuck out. I'd be like, man, what the fuck am I eating for dinner? Cause I'm the type, I forget, I work so much I forget I'm hungry type shit, you know what I'm saying? So I like eat breakfast, go the whole day. Then like 6 o'clock, I'm like, fuck. But I'm on the road so much, I really have time to like take out shit, like, and shit like that. Cause it's like, if I think about it, I'm like, all right, but take it out in the morning. When you get home, marinate it. And then the next day I could, audible, I have to hit the road or something like that. So I don't even have time for it.
But you gotta take time for yourself. You gotta put some time into your health.
We planning a little spontaneous vacation here soon.
Okay.
In your opinion, who is your favorite cannabis chef?
In my opinion, my favorite cannabis chef. I say Chef Nikki. She definitely has got me high as fuck on her food. Chef Gigi from the High Times Cannabis Cup. She's one of my favorites too. Get me stoned. I know a couple cannabis chefs, a couple of people that won some High Times awards.
There's no couple that people that's like good at infusing shit, and they don't even like consider themselves a chef. They just
really. I'm not the biggest edible person, so if you can make some good cannabis food, I mean, it didn't whoop my ass too much. It tastes like real good food. And those are 2 people that I know for sure can do that.
If there was a Willy J hip hop blender, what would be the ingredients?
Like what I need to be in my hip, like artist wise, or what you saying?
Like artist wise, in the sense of like what inspires you to create your sound.
Okay. Marvin Gaye, Parliament and George Clinton, Jay-Z, Jay Dilla, No Limit Cash Money, Jeezy, T.I., Gucci, Ross, a whole lot of Snoop, E40, Too Short, and UGK, and A-Ball and MJG.
Hell yeah, that's hard.
And Dipset. I gotta put Dipset. And wait. I gotta put the Locks. It's a whole lot. Like, man, I'm influenced by a lot of music. That's enough. And just Detroit, Motown, all Motown. Everything from Motown. Just put that on top.
Like a whole like Detroit cheese block. Just grate that bitch.
Just put the whole Detroit in there.
I like how you said Jay-Z, 500,000 or dinner with Willy J. Peso.
Would I take dinner with Willy J. Peso or 500,000? Shit, I'm taking 500,000. Then I'm going to have dinner with Willy J. Peso. Shit, I'm Willy J. Like no, but yeah, I want the 500. We gonna put the 500 down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I just like tying everything back. Ownership is key. Like a lot of valuable shit. Like and then like Gayle King asked Jay-Z and he was like, "I give you 500,000 worth of game for $10.99."
Yeah,
like
for sure. You
like,
could have bought out,
right.
You could have bought out. Listen, man, follow me on Instagram. Man, I'm gonna live my life, but go get your money.
Right.
Go get your money. Shit. And I feel like if anybody that took the dinner, Jay should get the 500,000. Every person that take the dinner, yeah, come on, we can eat.
Right. We can eat.
Let's eat. What you want to eat? So it's on me. You know what I'm saying? It's on me.
Hell nah. All right. Fuck, marry, kill, wings, tacos, pizza.
Damn. I don't know how I want to put that. I don't know, like that's wild. That's a wild question. Damn. Can we use some other words to go with the things that you said?
All right. I mean,
It's like fuck. Like what kind of fuck? Like I don't know. That's wild. That's a little wild. Like
it's like one night.
one night is like I can only have one time type
It's
thing.
one night, one little whoop-de-whoop, done deal, one and done.
Married forever.
Married forever. You're for
Never ever
everything.
again.
Mhm.
Kill.
Gotta commit and kill is kill.
Damn. I'ma go one night pizza. If I can have only one night a year pizza, I can do that. Just one. It's gonna be the best pizza I can have. Forever, I'm gonna go with tacos because I can make a whole bunch of different type of tacos. You know what I'm saying? And I gotta kill off the chicken. Let the chicken go free. The birds, y'all can have the bird. Cause it's chicken wings, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, y'all keep the chicken wings. They doing something crazy to the chicken wings anyway. I really ain't fucking with the chicken wings, so let the chicken wings go.
All right. Pancakes, waffles, French toast.
Same play.
Yeah.
I'm probably, if I only had to have it once a year or one night, I'm gonna let go of the. Oh, I'm gonna pick for that one. I'm gonna pick the French toast. Yeah, and then married would be like forever would be waffles. Damn, I like pancakes. I might go back and switch it around. I might keep pancakes and just have one big ass pancake. And then, yeah, I let the French toast go. Everybody French toast ain't good. You can't really fuck up a pancake.
But some good French toast though.
I get it.
French
I
toast.
get it. But that's you kind of kick that off with all Coney Islands gotta go. You know, I ain't got rid of the chicken wings, now the French toast gone too.
All right, for sure, for sure.
No more Coney Island food. Cause they don't serve tacos and pizza at the Coney Island. So you know, maybe I'll open my own Coney Island. You said I couldn't have it, but I can sell that shit, right? Yeah. Yeah. Don't get high on your own supply. Let that shit go. Come get these wings, dog.
Hell nah. Any closing remarks?
Man, appreciate the love. Appreciate the support. iTunes, YouTube, Spotify, Tidal, Amazon. Just search Willy J. Peso. Get all the music, buy all the merchandise. And if you want to smoke like I smoke, get stoned like Willy, just go to Weed Maps and search Giraffe Head and Heavyweight Heads. And I'll send you to the nearest location where you can get some Giraffe Head.
And it's that time of the year again, you know, I feel like giving back. So here's what we're about to do. I'm giving away another Puffco this year, another Puffco Peak Pro. It's not the Indiglo, but we still giving back. So I'm gonna need y'all to head to my Instagram, follow the owner's manual, like the giveaway post, and tag 2 of your friends. And that's how you enter. And who knows what's gonna come after that, but we're doing a giveaway in December and more to come soon. We appreciate y'all and catch y'all on the next one.